Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So it's Wednesday afternoon. I worked remote today and I just logged off. I'm done. Actually, today was very, very easy. It was a very light day, not a whole lot of stuff. So that's always great when that happens. But I just wanted to talk about, I watch YouTube videos like all the time. Like when I'm not filming a YouTube video, I'm watching a YouTube video. It's like an addiction. And that's part of the reason why I decided to get my own channel was because, well, I guess I already had a channel. I forget what came first. But I had a channel. No, I had a channel. And then I decided to get a premium account, where you pay for no ads, So I pay for, what's going on here? I pay for a premium account because I didn't want the ads, and because I use YouTube so much, I use it like my TV, basically. And I don't know if any of you out there are like that, but yeah, that's why I decided, let me just do the premium account. And I said to myself, you know what? Since I have a premium account that I have to pay for every month, if I make, I know this is a very low goal, but this was my thought process at the time when I first, went to the premium. If I make enough money to pay for the premium account, I'm good. Again, I know that's a very low goal, but that was my thought process at the time. I mean, of course, my thought process has changed, and now I desire to create a channel that's thriving, that's of course monetized, and people come, they know my content, they get me, they understand what I'm talking about, and they share the information I have to share with their friends, family, and whomever. But anyway, so that's kind of why I started my YouTube. That's part of the reason I started my YouTube channel. Another part, I guess there's multiple reasons I started it, but another reason was because, as you may know if you've watched some of my videos, I work a full-time job, and then I do Uber Eats primarily. Uber Eats is my main food delivery app, and I do Grubhub, I would say secondary, and then DoorDash is third. It's like completely third. In fact, just to insert this fact about DoorDash while I'm talking about it, I made so little money last year with DoorDash because I recently got my taxes done that I didn't even have to claim DoorDash. Didn't even have to claim DoorDash because I think it's like $600, or if you make less than $600 for the year, you don't have to claim it. I have to claim it. Oh my God. How close were you gonna get? Oh, jeez. Yeah. That guy was super close to my car. Super close. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I didn't have to claim DoorDash because I made so little money for the year. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Which was what? What was I talking about? Oh, just YouTube and why I started YouTube. Oh yeah, so yeah, if you followed me, I do delivery apps primarily on the weekend. And in the summer or the spring, I mean, it looks like it's kind of like spring now, or it's getting to be spring. But I'll go back to doing some after work deliveries, evening deliveries, because again, I work a full-time job, and then the delivery apps are part-time. So I say all that to say that I'm not making the money I used to make with the apps. I'm just not making it. So to supplement that income, I said, let me, work on building my YouTube channel and have that as another source of income. So that's why I'm working on building my channel. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post a video, and like the video, please. All right. So anyway, I said all that to say that I was watching this video, it seems like, of course the algorithm starts, knows what you like, and they start giving you, if you start watching certain videos, they're giving you more and more of those same videos. So I was watching this guy who sells on eBay, and I honestly, I thought I didn't think eBay was around anymore, quite frankly. And just hearing him talk about him selling on eBay, it reminds me of my old sales days, and I'm gonna share that in a minute. But so then today I started watching this new woman, and she was refreshing. She was refreshing at first, honestly, because I hadn't seen her before. She wasn't, there's a lot of YouTubers, unfortunately, there's some, and I don't know how they're getting to my feed, but they're like over 50, which is my category, I guess, my niche, whatever. But they're broke. And I'm like, that ain't me. That ain't me. So I'm not sure how we're connecting, but that ain't me. No disrespect, or no, that's not a dig to them or anything like that, because I have been broke. Sure enough broke. But I'm not broke I'm not broke now, and I don't plan to be broke ever again. Anyway, but I keep getting people, or more recently I've been getting people that they sell something. They sell a product, a service, or something. So this woman I was watching today, very nice, she seems like a pretty nice woman, has her stuff together. She actually retired recently in her early 50s. And so she's sharing, she retired, but she's also she's selling. And she's selling on some website. Like she's a reseller. So she finds products, and it sounds like she finds luxury product, and then she resells it on, I don't know if she's selling it on eBay or what platform she's selling it on, but I think she's selling it on one of the newer platforms, not eBay. The guy was eBay. But anyway, a lot of these types of YouTubers are, in my feed. So anyway, I was watching her, and I mean, she seemed more interesting than the guy. But for a half a second, I thought, well, maybe there's something but then I started thinking back of my sales days, and now let me tell you about that. So I used to sell, I don't know. I just don't want to give the company name. It's a very large company, very known company. I just rather would keep that part out of this video. But I used to sell products for them. And I did it for a long time. And I had no previous sales experience other than retail sales. I mean, everybody worked in retail, you know. But honestly, retail, I don't compare the two. Retail is not retail. You work in a retail store and they open the door and people walk in and you're like, "Hi, how are you? Did you need help with anything?" And you know, you may upsell an item here or there. They may be interested in the dress or something, and you suggest that they buy a piece of jewelry with it or another dress or, you know, whatever. That's not sales, really. Direct sales, I was in direct sales, is when you have to like find the customer from scratch. Like there's no customer out there, there's nobody, and you have to, you know, they have you go through your family and friends first, and then when you've exhausted your family and friends, you go to your friends' friends and your family's friends, and you know, all those people that are extended out from your immediate circle, and you get referrals from them, and then it grows from there. And then they also promote, and this is a big part of what I used to do, is you basically, you approach people, everywhere you go, and you know, have a conversation with them, and yeah, next thing you know, they're your customer, or they could potentially be your customer. So that's another like avenue. But yeah, so I did that for many years, longer than I probably should have, because at some point I did experience burnout and didn't even realize it until Uber found me. When Uber found me, it was like 2 months later, I had let that business go. And I had done that business for years, part-time primarily. I did it for a little bit full-time, you know, like in between jobs, but primarily part-time. And yeah. And so so again, hearing these, you know, YouTubers talk about selling, you know, I just pondered it for a minute, like, oh, maybe I could sell such and such. And it's funny because the other day, my sister actually, we were talking. It was it this morning or yesterday? Or I feel like we've been talking every day lately. So it could have been, I think it was yesterday. We were talking and she asked me for an item that I used to sell with that company. And I was like, no, I haven't sold for them for 5 years. I don't have any of their products anymore. Like, I'm done. And she was like, oh, okay. You know, but she was so used to getting certain products from me that I guess she forgot, I guess. But, so I had to refresh her memory that, yeah, no, I don't sell that anymore. And other people every now and then will, you know, text me and be like, hey, do you have such and such? And I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, so most of the time I'll just say, no, I don't have that. You know, there's no point in going into a hole, but I want to tell them I ain't sold that product in 5 years. Anyway, and then really what it is I don't want to badmouth anybody. I don't want to badmouth a company. I don't want to badmouth, because I stayed with them for all those years. So, you know. But yeah, just the idea of, honestly, just the idea of selling again just gives me like, you know, because I mean, some of it is you know, organic. I'll be perfectly honest. Some of it is definitely organic. It's where the person, you know, wants what you have, and you're like that salesperson in the retail store and somebody walks in your door. Like when somebody calls you and says, hey, I ran out of my products, I need XYZ, great. But when you're, again, either not cold, we didn't do really cold call, but when you're calling like people that you don't know, because they're, you got referrals from people you do know, and you got your little script, and I get exhausted just reminiscing on what all I used to do. And nothing for nothing, and not to toot my own horn, and not to, but I was very good at what I did. I was very good at sales. I was very good at it. Very good. Because I did it for, like I said, a long time. And you couldn't do what I did you couldn't do what I did for that long and not be good at it. If because you'd be just like flat out wasting your time. But yeah, so I did, I sold that product for years. And quite frankly, I recognized I wasn't making any money. I wasn't making no money. And I was broke. And that's a whole nother part of it. And I'm not even getting into that, because that's why I don't want to name names. Because I don't want to even get into that part of it. But yeah, it keeps coming up lately, and I'm just kind of like, nah, I'm good. Like I'll try. What do they say about trying? They say it's a saying about trying, like nothing beats a failure but a try, or something. I don't know, something like that. But I'll try something new. I'm not afraid to try something new. But I'm not going back to sales. I'm not to say I'm too. It's not even about like being too old or anything like that. I put in my time in this in direct sales, and I'm just. It's not something that I'm looking to do now. So anyway, that's my little spiel on sales. And this guy looks familiar. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because it keeps coming up, and it's like, sometimes when something keeps coming up, like, you should do it. But I can't see myself at this stage in my life going back into, because it's a hustle. Now you want to hustle, that's a hustle. And again, when I found Uber Eats, sure, it was a hustle me in terms of you had to accept the order, you had to go to the house, or you had to pick up the order and go to the house and deliver it. So if you want to call that a hustle, you can. But no, selling to people that you're convincing to buy something that they may not necessarily. Oh, do you see that I'm here? Okay. That's a hustle. And I'm at a stage in my life where I'm not willing to hustle like that again. So anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to share that because like I said, it keeps coming up in different people, I turn around, it's like somebody's selling something. Nah, I'm good. Anyway, have a great day. Be safe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below. God bless.